Hey learners, welcome to Comprehension Day 3. Today we're going to tackle the art of mimicry this week, which is our paired selection story, because it's such full of such good and interesting things to know. And you can notice on my background, because you already should have read the story online, that the mimic octopus is one of the animals featured in the story. And it's so cool, isn't it? So we're going to get started with the art of mimicry. It says sticks and stones. There's a critical difference between animals that use camouflage and animals that mimic. Animals that use camouflage try to blend into their environments to avoid predators. Insects are especially good at this. There are insects that look like sticks, leaves, thorns, pebbles, and even bird droppings. That's poop, by the way. Animals that mimic model themselves after objects or other animals. Some of nature's best mimics of objects are insects. Many insects have adapted by making themselves look like other objects in their environments. They adapt by mimicking the sounds, movements, or behaviors of things or animals in their environments. Let's take a look at some of these animals that mimic. So what is this paragraph about? What's the main idea? Well, it's telling us what the difference is, isn't it, between camouflage and mimicry. And there is a difference, right? Camouflage is what an animal looks like, and mimicry is a behavior, is what an animal acts like. So you might act like another animal or dress yourself like another animal to hide, right? What clue words let us know that the main idea is that there is a difference between camouflage and mimicry? I think critical difference is the clue words that let us know the main idea is there is a difference between camouflage and mimicry. A master of disguises. In the tropical waters of Indonesia lives the mimic octopus. This creature is a master of disguises. Most octopuses hide among reefs and rocky areas, but the mimic octopus's environment is muddy and sandy. Since places to hide are scarce, the mimic octopus has learned to trick predators into thinking it's another type of fish. The flatfish is one of the mimic octopus's most successful disguises. The mimic octopus can change its shape and glide along the ocean floor to look just like a flatfish. Excuse me. Why a flatfish? For most ocean predators, eating a flatfish is like drinking sour milk. It tastes horrible. The amazing mimic octopus can also imitate a poisonous lionfish and a sea snake. Some divers believe the mimic octopus has other disguises as well. So what is the main idea? Well, this passage is about what? The mimic octopus using disguises, right? That's why it's called a master of disguises in its subtitle here. What text evidence supports this claim? So if we're talking about disguises, we need to talk about what the mimic octopus can disguise itself as. So it can disguise itself as a flatfish, a lionfish, and a sea snake. So these two sentences are evidence that support the idea that the mimic octopus uses disguises, which is what the paragraph was about, the main idea, right? Having a hissing fit. Snakes might look scary enough to you and me, but sometimes even they need a little help to keep enemies away. The hognose snake is a harmless snake found throughout the United States. However, its pattern of irregular dark spots enables the hognose to look like a venomous rattlesnake. When threatened, the hognose mimics the behavior of a rattlesnake. It coils up, hisses loudly, and strikes out at its predator. But this is all for show, since the hognose doesn't have fangs or venom. What graphic source could help us understand this passage about the hognose snake better? I'm thinking a picture of the hognose snake might help us understand the passage better. So a photo of a hognose snake would definitely be a graphic source, right? If acting like a venomous snake doesn't work, the hognose will roll over, stick out its tongue, release a foul smell, and play dead. What does foul mean? Something that has a foul smell is a bad smell, isn't it? It's a nasty smell, something that's gross. Foul means nasty, doesn't it? It's a dog. It's a plane. No, it's a lyrebird. While many animals mimic other animals to fool predators, the male lyrebird of Australia mimics sounds to attract females of the species. This small brown bird clears a space in the forest, spreads its elaborate tail feathers, and begins a concert of sounds that amazes and fools any listener. This bird is like a one-man band. So why does the male lyrebird mimic sounds? That's right. It's showing off for the females, right? It makes those sounds to attract a female. It says so right here, attract females of the species. It's our text evidence. What does it mean when the author calls a lyrebird a one-man band? Is it putting on a concert? No, they don't put on concerts, but they do mimic lots of sounds that can be found in their environment. So it's generating a lot of noise, which is why it's called a one-man band in the passage, right? Since places to hide are scarce, the mimic octopus has learned to trick predators into thinking it's another type of fish. What does scarce mean? Since places to hide are scarce. Well, that might mean it's scarce is something that's hard to find, right? There's not a lot of them. So places to hide are scarce. The mimic octopus has learned to trick predators into thinking it's a fish. Okay, so scarce definitely means not a lot of something. The mimic octopus eats the plentiful fish and ocean creatures that live in its ecosystem. What does plentiful mean? Well, if it has them to eat, there should be a lot of them, right? So if scarce means not a lot of, and plentiful means a lot of something, are scarce and plentiful antonyms or synonyms? Remember, synonyms is something that means the same, and antonyms is something that means differently. So scarce and plentiful, are they synonyms or antonyms? Yeah, definitely antonyms. They are the opposite of one another. Scarce is the opposite of plentiful. Sometimes the animal kingdom must rely on the ultimate survival tactic, playing dead. What does tactic mean? The ultimate survival tactic, playing dead. Oh, okay. So it's tactic is like a trick, isn't it? Something you do to help yourself out. So which of the following means the same as tactic? Definitely not sticky. Plan, the ultimate survival plan. Oh, plan would work. How about strategy? Well, a strategy and a plan are the same thing. So definitely strategy and plan are correct. Let's keep going. The ultimate survival job. No, that's not quite right. A tactic and the job. The ultimate survival scheme. Well, scheme is another way to say plan, which also is another way to say strategy. So tactic, plan, strategy, and scheme are all synonyms meaning the same thing. I don't know. I know we've had strategy as a vocabulary word. So definitely strategy sticks with me. Maybe scheme is close to strategy. Oh, good job, guys. Good job. I hope you've been enjoying this week. It's been real fun to go over these science topics in reading and these nonfiction text features with you. Do good on the test tomorrow, okay? Talk to you later, learners. See you on the flip side.